gotta go fast.
Now, most of us do our best not to think about death, but there's always part of our minds that knows this can't go on forever. Part of us always knows that we're just a doctor's visit away or a phone call away from being starkly reminded with the fact of our own mortality, or of those closest to us. You must know how uncanny it is to suddenly be thrown out of the normal course of your life and just be given the full-time job of not dying or caring for someone who is. But the one thing people tend to realize at moments like this is that they wasted a lot of time when life was normal. Okay, it's not just what they did with their time. It's not just that they spend too much time working or compulsively checking email. It's that they cared about the wrong things. They regret what they cared about. Their attention was bound up in petty concerns. Okay, year after year, when life was normal. We all know this epiphany is coming. Don't you know this is coming? Don't you know that there's going to come a day when you'll be sick or someone close to you will die, and you'll look back on the kinds of things that captured your attention, and you'll think, what was I doing? You know this, and yet if you're like most people, you'll spend most of your time in life tacitly presuming you'll live forever.
I think if you know what you're supposed to do deep down inside. I think everybody does, and a lot of people just don't go after it. You know, and like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Because even if you live to be 100, there's just not that many days in life.
Way too many people in this room are going to spend the next 30, 40 years of their lives trying to check the boxes of the things that they're not as good at, and that you're going to waste a load of time and lose.
I want you to look back on the journey that brought you here. What moments challenged you most? When were you asked to step outside of your familiar territory in order to rise to the occasion of your potential? How have you pushed past your fear? You can follow someone else's script. Try to make choices that will make other people happy. Avoid discomfort. Do what is expected and copy the status quo, or you can look at all that you have accomplished today and use it as fuel to venture forth and write your own story. If you do, amazing things will take shape. Don't follow the path prescribed by someone else. Don't give in to fear. Continue to define your unique path. You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that writes the story that you were meant to tell.
You don't get this far. You don't get to this point and just stop.
You are heroes who have faced fears and taken risks and forged ahead to conquer one of the most important chapters of your life.
You see, when you're in that darkness, you want to sit there and wait for the light to come. When you're in that darkness, it feels uncomfortable. The only way out is to step forward, to face your fears, to become your own light. I want you to be fearless. I want you to be decisive. I want you to make a decision right now that when you fail and you fall to your knees, I want you to remember the power of you, and I want you to get back up on your feet. Make a decision today that when you're in the darkness, you'll remember the power of you. Nobody is going to take you to the front of the line unless you push your way to the front of the line. But I want to ask you a real question. Do you know how powerful you are? I had to make a decision. I had to decide to become my own light. I had to believe in myself like never before.
But I didn't care because it was like I still got to do what I love. That's the thing, is that people think it was a struggle. It's like, well, no, because, you know, I loved it too much. I still got to go skate. And I had time to skate. I didn't have to go sit behind a computer for 8 hours and then hope I get time to skate.
But I hope that they're not afraid to try something different, because you can't listen to the haters. That's my best advice to anyone. If I had listened to the haters, I would have quit a long time ago. I would have quit when I was 11 years old. That there are people with incredible talent and no motivation. And then there are other people that are willing to work their ass off who don't have a natural ability, but will become successful because they're so determined.
You cannot achieve success without failure.
You're convinced that you're going to fail or fall or get hurt, that will come to fruition because that's what you're visualizing. I never I was willing to get hurt along the way, but I didn't visualize myself getting hurt along the way. And I think that's what stops a lot of people, and that's really what separates a lot of people from being world champions or from being as good as they can, because they stop at some point saying, oh no, I am not capable of this, or I'll probably get hurt doing this. And if you approach anything with that hesitation, you're gonna fail. I always approached it like, this is going to work. I'm going to figure this out, even if it takes me hundreds of attempts. Is this what you dreamt? I didn't dream any of this. None of this was possible or even considered a reality when I was a kid. You know, when I started skating, like, the best you could hope for was your picture in a magazine, maybe a pro board, maybe, and free gear. That's it. And then once you reach an age of responsibility, and I'm talking about when I was like 12. Once you reach an age of responsibility, say 18, your career is over, because you can't make money doing it. You can't do it into your adult life. hugely thankful to still be able to do this for a living. Like this is what I love doing more than anything. And I would do it for free. Like any day of the week. Living the dream, I'm not talking about financial success. I'm talking about loving what you do. You know, if you love art and you do art and maybe you get a little bit of success at it, you're living the dream.
Benny. Nobody cares. Meow. Oh, come on. Okay, pal, I want to answer. Basically, it looks like I'm gonna have to save the planet.
Oh, is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
Uh-oh.
Whatever this creature is, our job is to secure it, neutralize it, see what makes it tick.
Look at this. I took 9 million steps today.